Welcome back, everyone. It's Dave and Jeremy watch Star Trek for some reason. We're not sure why. Maybe we'll never know. Actually, I do
I
know
don't know.
why.
Why? I was saying I don't think we do know.
Anyway, rudely, Dave has interrupted me before I got to the part where I said I'm Jeremy and I'm here with Dave.
Hello.
There we go. And look, we're just watching Star Trek, and right from the beginning, we've so far watched 5 episodes, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dave. That's including the unaired pilot.
I think yes. It's probably easier to just do it from the episode we're going to watch is numbered 5 of the first season, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Numbers are meaningless. Names are what matter, though. What's the name of this episode that we're about to watch, Dave?
Right. So this is season 1, episode 5 of Star Trek: The Original Series, called "The Enemy Within." Original
Oh,
air date October 6th, 1966.
crikey.
So,
Uh, yeah. So this one sticks in my memory for some reason, and I'm sure I'll find out as we watch because even though I don't know the content of the episode, that title rings a bell. So,
oh really?
yeah. Yeah, I think it's one of the more standout episodes of TOS. So I guess we'll see how we go.
Yeah, when I
What do you
first,
yeah.
yeah, no, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I was just gonna say to me for some reason, I just kind of feel like that title says Romulans, but I suspect I'm going to be wrong because I don't think Romulans had as much to do in TOS
Mm.
as they did in TNG, right? But for some reason that just says to me Romulans. Maybe maybe because I'm mistaking it for the TNG episode Face of the Enemy.
Oh,
Um
yeah, that's a different
which
enemy. That's
yeah,
that's the face of the enemy. This is the enemy within that face, presumably. Um,
yeah. So I don't know why. I just get Romulans.
yeah,
I'll,
I'm
I'll be
thinking it's
wrong.
going to be a parallel universe scenario where it's like the evil Enterprise and the regular crew, and Spock's going to have a beard and be evil Spock.
Oh, you think
Um,
we're all mirror universe?
yeah, I think
Oh.
we're mirror universe with this one. That's why I think it's iconic. But yeah, we'll find out as we go. We're probably both wrong, and that's fine because I don't know. We're not experts. We don't
No,
purport to be.
we're not. We're just watching us. We're not really
Me
Star Trek
especially.
episodes.
I'm just along for the ride, and Dave's like, Dave has a lot more invested in Star Trek than I do, but I do enjoy a bit of Trek.
Do I
Um,
really? Do I have a lot invested in
well,
Star
I mean,
Trek?
I don't know. You know a lot more about it than I do, um, which to
I
me
don't know about
means you're
that.
some sort of diehard fan who
I
fight me to the
think
death over your favorite episode. I don't know.
I think there's a difference between sort of diehard fan and someone who's just watched too much Star Trek,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Which I
true.
think I'm just in the latter. I'm just
I wouldn't accuse you of that,
I've
actually. No,
just
you're not a diehard fan. No,
no, I'm not a diehard fan. I've just watched too much Star Trek. That's the problem.
Okay. Important distinction. Yeah, let's lay that out here in our what, 4th episode? I think it is now.
Fifth
Oh,
episode.
whatever.
We said
Who's
fifth at the
counting?
top. I mean, technically, I
No,
think this will be the sixth.
no, I mean of
Probably what?
us talking about Star Trek
Oh,
specifically.
oh, I don't know what episode number this is. I've
Okay, well, I'll just
I cut them up and then I stick them somewhere and
episode
they
XX
get
of
released.
XX. There we go.
I don't
Yep.
I don't know what number it is.
Right. Well, we better get cracking. Time's a wasting.
Yeah, we had better get cracking. We better get cracking on and onwards and watch this episode, The Enemy Within.
Hmm.
So I guess we'll be back shortly, right after Jeremy makes the stupid noise. You remember you've got to make the stupid noise. Oh, there it is.
You talked over it, Dave.
There we are. All right, see you soon, folks. So that was The Enemy Within. What do
Whoa.
we think about that one? Definitely had no Romulans. I was totally wrong about that. No Romulans
And didn't have
anywhere
Mirror
on it.
Universe either,
No,
so
no
I
mirror
was wrong.
universe. No,
Oh.
no. So this seems to be one of a long line of transporter accident, splitty,
Mm.
mergy kind of episodes. Um, Although obviously this is the first one.
It's a tricky old technology, the old transporter technology.
Yeah, because I think at this point, did they dealt with transporter psychosis or not? I mean, in TNG they mentioned transporter psychosis, but
Oh, okay. I
and
wasn't aware of it. No.
oh yeah, no, there's a whole subplot to do with that because Reginald Barclay at various points makes comments in TNG about transporter psychosis. So I think, but
Mm.
anyway, yeah. So we have Evil Kirk and we have Nice Kirk. Well, it's not really Nice Kirk. I don't think it's Nice Kirk at all, actually. Instead, it's kind of just weak, weird, indecisive, unsure Kirk. I didn't really see it
But
as good,
there was
good
the
and evil.
compassionate side, didn't want the doggy to be hurt and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was quite strange because they sort of described it as good
And
and
he was
evil.
worried about the crew on the planet, but he didn't really know what to do because he couldn't make his mind up because he couldn't decide. So
Yeah, it was a little strange. It was. I didn't see the two characters as good and evil. I just sort of saw them as reckless and indifferent, almost. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
That,
Well,
that was a little strange.
there certainly was a marked lack of regard for the safety of the crew from Evil Kirk, let's say.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. And as I
yeah,
said, I think about 35 times throughout watching the episode, why don't you just send a shuttle? But apparently
yes,
there are no shuttles at this point,
no,
even though they
no.
would be immensely useful. And we'll just gloss over the fact that prequel shows have all had shuttles, right? So
Well, actually, I think you'll find as a result of the events in this episode, Dave, Starfleet made a policy to include shuttlecraft on all Galaxy class ships
yeah,
from
they
this
need
point
they
on.
need a shuttle. I mean,
Uh, I'm making that shit up, but
I mean, normally when they
there was
normally
going to
they
be a
want normally when they want to do this thing where they go some technology isn't working, they just have there's an atmospheric condition that means we can't do whatever. Either
yeah.
it's a shuttle or transporter or
That's what I
both.
suggested. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
that's the classical way to deal with it.
Ionic
Um,
disturbance preventing the shuttle's engines
yeah,
from
there's
operating
some
properly.
plot armor that's around the planet that means we can't use the
Exactly.
transporter. Um, So yeah, I found that very frustrating because they could have all they had to do at one point or other was just say exactly that. There's something around the atmosphere and we can't use shuttles.
Yeah.
Whereas it seems odd they wouldn't actually have them at all. Um,
Exactly.
that seems
I
like a
wonder when they
really big
introduce them.
design
Actually, we'll have
oversight.
to keep an eye out for when we see the first shuttle, because I'm sure that they exist in TOS.
Oh, they must
Um,
exist in
they
TOS. It's
must.
just
They
it's just
must.
weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I think as I said before, this is one of several transporter accident episodes in Trek's history.
Mm.
There's the one in Enterprise early on.
Oh,
Um,
that's no spoilers, Dave.
there's one in TNG, at least one
There's
in
probably one in
TNG.
every single series. There's got to be
Well,
like
I don't.
Discovery. I mean, not Discovery, Voyager,
Okay,
DS9.
well, I mean, there's definitely one in Voyager because that's Tuvix, and I don't think that is there one in all the transporter accidents. I think in DS9 are all Mirror Universe ones anyway. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I don't think there's actually any transporter accidents in um in DS9 that I remember.
Hmm. Curious.
Yeah, I mean it was a dodgy place to be, but at least it wasn't the transporters that were going wrong, or those holodecks which are forever doing
Oh,
doing the
yeah,
wrong thing.
that'll rear its head in TNG for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, well, um, yeah, it was kind of okay. I mean, I think I thought Spock certainly figured it out quite quickly, which was good.
Hmm.
And then after that, they kind of mulled around trying to figure out how to get Evil Kirk and then how to stick them back
Uh,
together, and that's fine.
hmm.
They did kind of drag that out a bit, I thought.
Yeah, I did make the point while we were watching as well. Pretty early on, Scotty's like, "Oh yeah, so after we teleported that dog back up, we got another Mina copy of the same dog
Yeah,
appear
no
on the
one put two and
teleporter."
two together.
And nobody put two and two together and thought, what's the only other living thing we teleported up in between then and now? Oh, that's right. Well, actually, there was the original crew member who for some strange reason, didn't get a doppelganger.
No, they explained that. They explained that because they said the reason why the transporter accident happened was because when they beamed up the first crew member, he had stuff on him that broke the transporter in the way that it made dupes.
Yes.
Right. So they did sort of explain that. Why he wouldn't be duplicated? It's still you're right. There's a certain amount of why wouldn't he be duplicated as well? Because he had the stuff on him, But apparently, the only way it works is that first you have to have the plot arrive on the ship, and then afterwards. If I seem a little bit snarky.
Oh, the snark's coming out. I think Dave's been replaced with his evil twin.
Evil twin.
Evil
Dave.
Very snarky and grumpy.
Should have just pushed them all out in airlock. Problem solved. Right.
Yeah, there we go. I was like, I don't know what I'd do, Dave. I'm not sure. I can't.
Kill them all. Kill them all.
Yeah. I can't make decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, it was kind of okay. I think. I mean, to be fair, other transporter accident episodes, I think I like all of them better than this one. But that's okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'll get myself excited for that then.
Yeah, they're all a long way away.
What would you say was your highlight of this episode, Dave?
I think it's me being very pedantic, but it was the continuity error with the side of the face that the scratches were on. Like right at the end when Good Kirk, I don't like calling him Good Kirk, but anyway, when I don't know, indifferent Kirk is fighting with bad body double Kirk. Yeah, they keep showing shots of evil Kirk with the underlighting, and the scratches are on the wrong side. Sorry, the scratches are on the wrong side.
Yeah, they are on the wrong side.
Yeah,
I didn't think we noticed, but we noticed.
No, we noticed. We're good at modern television. Man, those body doubles were bad. They did some good double exposures, right? There were a couple of places where they did some really nice double exposures.
What can you do? I mean,
and there were other times where, why is someone completely different with their back turned to the camera pretending to be Kirk? Right. It was So that was my best moment, I think. Is it a best moment or is it just a big whinge?
It's a moment. Well, it's the moment you've chosen to single out for the purposes of this discussion, Dave. There we go. I'm going to tell you mine because you haven't bothered asking me, you rude bugger. That's how we know you're the evil Dave.
I don't care. Evil Dave.
You're dumb, but I don't like you.
Gonna push you out an airlock really short.
If that's the worst you can do, I'll live with that. No, my favorite was just right at the start when the other Kirk beams in, which I think is great. Like, he and the original Kirk and McCoy wander off, and the transporter door closes, and you're like, oh, what's going to happen next? And then, another person appears, and you're like, oh, who could this be? And it turns around, and it's evil Kirk with the underlining and everything.
Yeah,
and
the underlining.
And I just love that.
Evil Kirk.
I actually like it. It's so cheesy that it works, and I'm here for it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, look, if you're going to go over the top,
it's so hammy. It's
right?
Just so hammy and on point.
It is so hammy, but it's great when it's hammy like that. Like, I much more enjoy that than if he was subtle.
Yeah.
Where
he just goes like raise eyebrow and
Yeah, it's just a little raise eyebrow, and then he goes or something. No, just. He puts
on this cartoonish face. He's just like, it's like, oh no, it's just the hide to Kirk's Jekyll.
It'd be even worse if he just said to the camera, broke the fourth wall, and just said, "I'm going to be evil now." Like, that would be.
I'm a very naughty boy. You're like, oh.
Whereas he mostly conveyed that with poor Yeoman. Man, that's another episode of that poor Yeoman getting. Getting guys. That's not so good. I'd be transferring off the fucking ship.
Yeah, pretty much. If you hadn't by now, come on, like
first in Charlie X.
I reckon.
Creepy man. Yeah, and then evil Kirk is having a go.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on what happens to her for the rest of the series because that's just no. that's it's time to transfer.
Yeah,
Go
it is
get
time to
a
transfer.
cushy desk job. I think is probably the way to go. Or get Captain Kirk fired. One of the two.
Yeah, either works. Yeah.
Yeah, either works. Yeah.
I suppose we should put some scores and things.
Oh yeah,
We
let's
don't
do
get
that.
to do the
Yeah.
scores. Do you want to do your
We're
score first?
doing out of 10.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
I'm
do it
actually
out
going
of
to
any
mark it
number you
down a bit
like.
for that because it was pretty. Yeah, it was a very uncomfortable scene. It's like I know it's Evil Kirk, but all the same. So, oh geez, I think I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was
Six out of 10. Okay.
better than bad. It's good. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was okay. Despite some continuity errors and other bits and pieces. Yeah, no, I think I'd give it a 6 as well. I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as last week's episode. But
No,
it was
agreed.
kind of okay.
Sorry, what did you give it again?
6, exactly the same.
Oh
Yeah,
well,
I
we'll
think
just
it's
the
a
same
6.
scores from now on. I think it makes it easier.
Well, no.
I'm joking.
My scores are right. Your scores are wrong. We're going to be
Oh,
clear
sorry.
about
My
this.
6 is the wrong kind of 6.
Wrong
Yeah.
6. It's an evil 6, whereas I have a good 6. You see.
Yeah, you have the good logical 6, whereas I have the evil, underhanded, jerk 6. Yep.
Exactly, jerk 6, whatever. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it was. Yeah, that's that episode.
That was
I
the
suppose.
enemy within.
That was the
Yeah.
enemy within. The
Not a
next.
Romulan to be seen, nor a
No
beard to be
Romulans at
had.
all.
Yeah.
The
No.
next episode is called Mud's Woman, which doesn't sound
What?
Dodge at all.
Mud's woman.
Mud's Woman. That does not sound Dodge at all.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see how that how that plays out.
Planet of clay people. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, I suspect poor Yeoman's going to be having another round of.
Oh no. Oh.
I mean, I don't. I've not read anything about the episode, but
She
clearly
needs to get
Yeoman's
a
going to be.
couple of episodes rest just to recover from that bullshit. Yeah.
All right, people. I guess we should mosey on down. So.
Well, see you next time, folks.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.